Hey everybody, I'm back to do my second review of the Women's World Cup, and I'm going to review the game between Germany and China that just finished. Germany won 1-0, but let's get right into it with the key points of the game. Germany started off the game really well, high intensity, they won every challenge, high pressure, and they really suffocated China that was not able to string 2 or 3 passes together. But Germany, they created some half chances, not massive chances, but they're never able to score that first goal, which is always going to make the game more difficult because without that first goal, you keep China into the game. And slowly but surely, China started to grow into the game and they created chances on the counterattack, mostly due to Germany actually making some mistakes at the back. And there's one girl in particular, Sarah Dorsorn, who was making some very poor choices on her clearances, which led to China having a great chance of a 14th minute. They probably should have scored. It was a one-on-one, and then in the 43rd minute they got another chance where they hit the post. But although Germany dominated the first half, they were quite fortunate not to be down 1 or perhaps even 2-0 by halftime. Second half was a bit different, a bit less chances, I'd say, from both sides. And it took one moment of genius from Julia Guin, number 15 for Germany. Beautiful strike from a half volley, no chance of a goalkeeper, really powerful shot. And that was the difference, to be honest, in the second half. Not much to divide both teams in the second half. Overall, you could see that Germany was the better team, but chances-wise, I'm gonna say that China have the best chances in this game. So unlucky for China to lose, and Germany will feel relieved after this performance. Now let's head straight into the players that I thought had a great game. So the players that I thought were really good overall, I'm gonna pick out more German players because I feel like China had more of a team effort. They really defended collectively and they went forward, relying on their counter-attacking skills. So it was hard to pick out one player in particular. But for Germany, number 13, Sarah de Brits, I thought was excellent. I'm looking at my nose, but comfortable in possession, and she drove forward. She tried to break lines, not only with passing, but also dribbling, which I think is some things that players don't do enough of, just trying to provoke the opposition to create some gaps. And also, she was just tidy and clean in possession and very aware of her surroundings. Towards the 75th, 80th minute, you could tell that she was starting to tire out. She was making some mistakes, some poor touches, but very good player, and I was impressed by her. Another player that I thought was very dynamic, especially in the first half. In the second half, I don't want to say she was transparent, but she was non-existent, which is pretty much the same thing. But her name is Huth, Svenja Huth, number 9. Oh, and she was great. She was comfortable with her ball at her feet. She had both right foot and left foot. I think she's a righty, but she was playing on the left-hand side. But you never knew which foot she was going to use, which is always dangerous for defense because you don't know how to position yourself all the time. But yeah, she was dynamic. She was a lot of movement as well. She gave the ball, she made a run, so she was always giving the defense something to think about, which I think is very important. And also, something teams don't do enough, she actually shot at goal multiple times, and if you don't shoot, as they say, you can't score. So it's always a good thing to have someone on your team that is willing to take a shot. And then another player who we didn't really see much of, but I thought she read the game quite well in defense. She made some good anticipations and she distributed the ball quite well, was the defender Marina Hegering, number 5. I thought she was quite decent. But for me, the most important player to this Mannschaft, I believe, is, well, there's two. There's Pope in attack, because she's kind of like a target man, but she can also make runs in behind. She can also pivot and play that role, and she can head the ball really well. So she's going to be pivotal in Germany's chances at the World Cup, because she's going to need to score. She's going to need to be more present than she was in the second half. She's really going to have to make her presence felt in the game in order for Germany to have a successful campaign. But for me, this woman is probably one of the best women in the world. Marojan, her name is, number 10 for Germany. She just has a natural feel for the game. She took every set piece. She can really orchestrate Germany, and she's going to be very important for them. If she doesn't have a good World Cup, I don't like their chances. And if she does, it changes the whole dynamic. She grew into the game more and more, but I still want to see more from her, because when I seen her playing for Lyon, she's a fantastic player. She can hit it. She can hit shots. She can hit cross pitch passes. She can play 1-2s. She can dribble. She's a complete player. So I really look forward to seeing what she could do in the future of this competition. Now, for the talking points, there are not that many, but two things could have happened in the first half. An injury to Pope, for Germany. She looked like she could have injured her ankle, which could have been a very bad sight for Germany, but she continued to play. And then also the left back, Caroline Simone, she looked like she could have been injured as well, but she continued to play. And as well, she was playing very simple but very efficiently. She passed the ball to the left mid. She made an overlapping run, crossed the ball, and she looked comfortable with the ball at her feet. So I think, and physically she's very strong and powerful, so she's going to be important for Germany as well. But yeah, what I noted was just before the goal, there's a corner for Marojan, and Pope kind of hits the back of a Chinese player who's clearing the ball with her head. And I want to say 75% of the time you see that given as a foul. But the referee did not blow her whistle, the Canadian referee. The ball came to Julia Gwyn's feet. She just smashed it in the top corner. So I don't know if VAR can review that or not. I don't think so, because the referee didn't see it as a foul, and she let play go on. But if you're China, you can feel kind of annoyed by that decision, because you usually see them given. But listen, at the end of the day, it was not given, and that was a beautiful piece of play by Julia Gwyn, and she deserves her goal. So 1-0 victory for Germany in Group B, and I'll see you guys just afterwards for the Spain versus South Africa review, which I'm gonna do as well. Have a great afternoon.